Hello everyone, it's me Doomlink and welcome to a very special Let's Play. It is part 1 for my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and it is the 18th of February 2020 as I am recording this. Doomlink, are you already doing 3 different Zelda Let's Plays simultaneously? Why are you starting a 4th? That's a very good question and I'm glad you asked. Now, Skyward Sword is on hold, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sick of that game. I decided that there was no good reason for me to be playing that game if it gives me so much grief. I hate playing it, it's bothersome to me, and I have a lot of games that I do enjoy playing that I want to play. So I'm putting Skyward Sword on hold, may very well be on hold indefinitely. I can't say for sure, but anyway, we're just going to leave it as is and that's fine. Now, the other 2 Zelda games that I'm playing right now, according to the list of 3 that I'm doing, one's on hold, that's Skyward Sword, the other is Phantom Hourglass, working on that, and Breath of the Wild, you know what, that doesn't even contribute to the group of 3 because it's not even a Zelda game, so in actuality, now that I'm doing a Let's Play of Majora's Mask, I am, at this point, doing 2 Zelda games simultaneously, which I think is perfectly acceptable. But regardless, this is indeed being recorded on the Nintendo 64, and what that means is that, well, it's not necessarily the fact that it's being recorded on the Nintendo 64 that you're going to be dealing with this, but it is a PAL Nintendo 64, and this is a PAL game. So this will be running at PAL50, and that essentially means that the game will be running a little bit slower to what some of you may very well be used to, and I do apologise for that. If it does bother you, then don't watch. It's one of the reasons why it's actually in the title of this Let's Play, the whole PAL50 thing. Because for some people it's just annoying, and that's fair enough. Doesn't really bother me, but I do recognise the fact that it is a bothersome thing for other people, so yeah, just thought I would mention that. Another thing to mention is the fact that this first part is being recorded as a regular sort of non-live Let's Play part. I do intend for this to be a live Let's Play, and it will be a live Let's Play starting from part 2. This is actually the first Let's Play that I'm doing from the start as a live Let's Play, because I decided to do live Let's Plays in general right in the middle of a number of other Let's Plays that I was doing. And what that meant was that I couldn't start from the beginning in that way. Oh, these are 2 accounts that actually are not my own, because I did buy this cartridge from someone else. Hello, Ben. You are being featured on my Let's Play video. We're going to erase both of these. Adios, Link. I'm assuming that that is a mask out of 24. That must mean it's a 100% run or something, or never mind. Oh, it just says, okay, 24 masks. That's what it means. I didn't really understand what that was trying to get across to me. Well, yeah, don't open the file. Dear Jesus Christ, now I have to reset the game. One moment. Alright, so we're back. Nintendo 64 logo, let's start. Good start to the Let's Play, Doomlink. I'm going to erase Ben. Sorry, Ben. You have been erased. At least it's being recorded, you know. So I will select file number... No! What are you doing? Please stop this thing. I must have hit B accidentally. Here we go. So we're going to make Link our name, for obvious reasons. One thing to mention is that the analog stick on my Nintendo 64 controller does leave quite a lot to be desired. It's not the best thing in the world. That's generally one of the problems with Nintendo 64 controllers. Over time they do have a not amazingly well-functioning analog stick as the years go on, rather. God, I can't speak. But Link will be the name of our profile. And I'm excited to play this on the Nintendo 64 for the first time. That's one thing as well that I didn't mention, that I was meaning to mention. It's one of those things where, at the start of the video, I do have a lot that I want to talk about, and, you know, God only knows if I can actually get all of that information out from my head, through my mouth, and into your ears. But anyway, one thing to mention is that this is the first time I'm playing this game on its original system. And that's one of the reasons why I'm very excited about this Let's Play. In the land of Hyrule there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. I would have read that in a slightly more poetic manner, but, you know, running out of time. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land something or other. Wish I would have been able to read it all. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. I think many of us know what this is, but if you don't, then I won't say a thing. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. Rightio. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. Now, I don't really know why this person disappeared. We just got a hint as to who that was, based on that sound. But anyway. Of course, the running joke is, why the hell would Link be chasing after such a useless and annoying fairy as Navi? Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be having to deal with Navi in this game. We will instead be dealing with one of these two fairies. Their names are Tatl and Tatl. And the joke there should be quite obvious. If it's not, then that's alright. I can give you some time to figure it out. But yeah, what I was saying before was that this is my first time doing a live Let's Play from the beginning of a Let's Play, and I've decided that what I will do, this will be my ritual, is to have the first part not be live. And then, starting at part 2, it will be live. Now, usually if I'm not doing a live Let's Play, I will keep the video at about 20 to 25 minutes in length. But I'm going to have this be a 40-minute part, if you can handle that. Hehe, you two fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh? This guy? Well, that shouldn't be a problem. This is the Skull Kid. He is essentially the antagonist of this game. But not really the Skull Kid directly. It's more the mask he's wearing that is causing him to be the antagonist. And there's the Ocarina of Time. Ooh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it. Oh, but sis, why can't I try it out too? Link's had a bit of a rough fall. He's possibly... He's looking a little bit concussed if you look at his face. He might need to see a doctor. And now the Skull Kid is stealing our horse. As per usual, Epona is being completely and utterly useless, and if any of you know me and how I feel about Epona, I am not a fan. Twilight Princess Epona is a slightly different story, but the Epona of this era is a creature I am not so fond of. I find Epona to be dumb, I find Epona to be useless. And if you don't like that, then I'm very sorry. We are about to start playing the game, by the way. We've just been thrown off by the Skull Kid as we're trying to get our horse back. Now, as far as why they changed the design of the shield, the Hylian shield that is, I don't have an answer for you. Okay, this is the first time I have ever played this game on the Nintendo 64, so this is going to be interesting to feel what it's like to be doing this on the on the Nintendo 64 controller. And the first thing that I need to say is that it feels a lot better than Ocarina of Time for obvious reasons. This is something that I've always said. Ocarina of Time was a little bit of a jankier version of this game, and it's pretty obvious why that is the case, because it came first, they had to iron out all the problems, and then they came out with this thing. A much smoother Nintendo 64 3D Zelda experience, as far as I'm concerned. Now, aren't we supposed to be jumping things? Maybe we're not jumping things yet. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, let's get moving. I have to say that, again, my analog stick is betraying me at the moment. Not really betraying me, but it's letting me down, is what it's doing. Because I try to move it in certain directions and it doesn't really work, but anyway. So of course I do love the music of this part, and here's the best part about Majora's Mask. Well, it's not really the best part about it, but it's a pretty cool part. The fact that Link jumps like that. What an introduction to this game, to have Link doing fucking front flips. He doesn't even need to do that. Like, how is that going to help him go from one thing to the other? I would not know. But Link is the hero of time, he's allowed to do that sort of thing. He's tripping out real hard, that's alright. Sometimes we can't control these things. He landed on a giant flower, must be quite a thick flower to just completely take his body weight as it falls. What's with that stupid horse of yours? Exactly. It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it, I know. You think it... This is the thing, it's not just you, it's me as well. I'm Link, the hero of time, I know the song. This stupid horse doesn't listen to what I say. There's no point in writing a thing like that, so I did you a favour and got rid of it. Well, thank you. I have to say, like, Link's fluttering eyelids do not do justice to my delight that Skull Kid has gone and gotten rid of that stupid horse. I didn't know what to do with it. Didn't know if I should sell it, didn't know if I should throw it off a cliff. He's gone and taken care of that. I don't even have to worry about it anymore. Oh, boo-hoo. Why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come on now. Or rather, come now. Hey, I didn't get to read that. Look out. Link is having a bad day. He's about to have a really bad day, actually. As you will soon find out. Now, I have to say, I would not be too concerned by what's about to happen. Because he's being mobbed by a bunch of Deku scrubs. And I find Deku scrubs to be pretty cute. So I'd be like, hey guys, and I'd be giving them a hug. But Link doesn't feel quite the same way as I do. So he's running. And he's bound to get swallowed, I think. Yes. And what happens as a result of that? Link has turned into a Deku scrub. Skull Kid is indeed quite entertained by this. Hee hee, now that's a good look for you. You'll stay here looking like that forever, or that way forever. I can't read, in case you didn't know. This guy's laughing while floating backwards. And here comes the situation where we have to essentially stick with this fairy. This is Tatl. She'll be tagging along with us. Whoa, whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me, I'm still here. Tail, you can't leave without me. You. If I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gotten separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Deku boy, do something. Why are you looking at me like that? What, is there something stuck on my face? I can't even see your face. Will you stop staring at me and just open that door for me? Or rather, stop staring. Anyway, please, come on, a helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up. Oh, Tail, I wonder if that child will be alright on his own. Alright, so here we are in Deku Link form. A very interesting start to a Zelda game, that is for sure. And, quite frankly, I know that some people are not hugely into this. It's not quite at the level of people's dislike of Wolf Link from Twilight Princess, but some people don't like this still. They want to play as Link, they don't want to play as a Deku version of Link. For me, it's something a little different, and it's actually quite enjoyable. And of course, you're not forced to continue playing like this for the whole game. For the first little while you will be playing as Deku Link, but once you complete the first dungeon, I believe, we will be able to... Actually, I think... No, it's surely before the first dungeon, I think. We need to learn a song to turn this thing into a mask, I think. And then at that point, we will be able to go back and forth between being Deku Link whenever we like. And that's one thing that I really love about this game, is the fact that you can take different forms, and you have full control over whether or not you are that form, and you can choose between different ones that do different things, and I think that's really cool. I'm going to open this door, and we will continue. We will do our little single foot spin. Hey, wait for me, don't leave me behind. So, that stuff back there, I, apologize, so take me with you. You want to know about that skull kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you out, deal? Please? Good. So then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that skull kid. My name's Tatl, so it's nice to meet you or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? If I figure something out, press up and I'll tell it to you. Hopefully you'll manage to get by without my help until then. Now here's one reason why this game's better than Ocarina of Time, and I'm not about to start comparing this game to Ocarina of Time, because I will be doing that for the entirety of this Let's Play, if I were to start doing that. But one thing to mention is, Navi is terrible. Navi is a horrendous sidekick, whereas Tatl, just at the start here, we've already seen more of Tatl's personality than of Navi's personality. Navi didn't have a personality, she was just this neutral, boring character. You couldn't even call her a character, really. She was just a straight-up annoyance in the game. Whereas here, we've been given a backstory of sorts to Tatl. We know she's hanging around with a Skull Kid, she's got a brother, and again, our interactions with her so far have pretty much revealed a personality of sorts. And I think that's a lot better than anything we've had to deal with Navi, and I think it's so interesting that this story started with us looking for Navi, as if we care about that stupid thing. Now we've got Tatl, who needs Navi? Hey, if I call you press up right away, I can tell you're not very used to your Deku Scrub body yet. Alright, listen up, if you press and hold A as a Deku Scrub while standing on a Deku flower, you can dive into it. If you wait a bit before releasing A, you'll launch out of the flower. Press A while flying to descend. Oh damn it, I pressed no instead of yes. Am I sure? Yes. Don't worry. So I can... yeah, this is a spin attack, and then if I hold A to dive into the flower, come on, dive into the flower. Now, it's not until Link does his little puffing thing with his mouth, that funny little sound, when we can actually dive out of the flower. And then at that point, we will be able to fly, just like this. And as you can see, we do have a limited distance that we can travel while using those flowers. I mean, how amazing is that? This is Majora's fucking mask. It is the year 2000, we are in the Nintendo 64, and we are flying around with flowers. It's not Wind Waker, there is no Deku Leaf. Anyway. The point is that I love this game, and it did some very interesting things. It's just that the fact that anyone thinks that Ocarina of Time is superior to this game needs a fucking reality check. A serious reality check. But anyway. It's just one of those things, and I don't know if I am high enough to reach here. Seems that I am. That's a good thing. I'm going to open this chest. We've been going for 21 minutes already, so we're about halfway through this recording. You got a Deku Nut. Press B while flying to drop a Deku Bomb. Makes sense. Upon impact, it makes a blinding flash, freezing enemies in their tracks. Sounds good. Now, our point of continuation, I think, is over that way. See how we can't really see it properly? For some reason, I remembered that. Alright, so we're going to try and hug this a little bit so that we don't run out of our flower ability. We're going to go down, straight on the flower. And we should be able to make it to this next one. It'll be a close call, but I think we should just make it. I was aiming for the corner just to ensure that we had that distance. Hey you, come on. Press Z and talk to me. Okay. There you go, see? You can do it if you try. When I fly over to people or objects, use Z to look at them so you can talk to them. I suppose I should call this Z targeting, yeah. Use Z targeting to talk to people even if they're far away. Or if there's no one to target, you can use Z to look straight ahead. But enough about that for now. Come over to this tree and check it out. It's not really a tree. It technically is, but it technically isn't. Depends on how you look at it. And we're going to hit down. Let's check. Damn. I can't really see it properly because I didn't allow the camera to turn. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad. Yes, indeed. I do look a little bit like that. If you look at Link's face, he's not exactly happy. This is a very memorable scene for me. Probably is for a lot of people. And here we are. This place is freaking gross, by the way. You'd think that someone would have cleaned this place. I mean, I'm sorry, but in the Nintendo 64 version, this place looks even more disgusting than in any version I've played before. It's like, ugh. The green is literally the same shade as my hat. That's revolting. Anyway, we're about to meet a rather important character just up ahead. We're not going to see him too much, but he is quite relevant. We're going to climb these stairs. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? That is one of the most iconic sentences in the Zelda series, apart from, it's dangerous to go alone, take this. It's a little bit cleaner up here, not as much grime. I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. You know, when I read this, all I hear is Vampire Boy 25 doing his funny little voice. I don't know if any of you, I would most certainly assume that none of you watching right now watched Vampire Boy 25's old Let's Play of this game. He deleted it, probably, you know, almost 10 years ago now, probably. But I watched it probably 12 years ago or so. And, yeah, he did a funny voice for the Happy Mask Man, or the Happy Mask Salesman. And so, for me, I just hear his voice talking as I read this. But anyway, during my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. I already read that. So here I am at a loss, and now I've found you. Now, don't think me rude, but I have been following you. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return to you, or rather return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get my precious mask that the imp stole from me. What? Is it not a simple task? Why, to someone like you, it should by no means be a difficult task. What's strange is that he doesn't have any animations, he just switches to the next position. Except, the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. Well then, I'm counting on you. Link does not know what the hell is going on. But of course this guy is very, very creepy. He looks like he's on something. Actually on something. Whether it be the effects or the withdrawals, I don't know, but yeah, creepy. Needless to say. We don't actually open the door, we push them open. There's no, like, A interaction. Dawn of the first day, 72 hours remain. Here we go, we are in South Clocktown. We will be seeing this quite often. Of course, Clocktown is a rather special place for me, and anyone who enjoys this game and has played it for a long time. He gives me the creeps. That mask salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking out loud. But 3 days? Even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Yeah, well, we don't sleep, incidentally. Well, don't just stand there. We're going to see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate. You'll find the Great Fairy in there. Will do. We are almost 30 minutes in. And here we are in Clocktown. As you can see, we've got a dog following us. Or never mind. I don't really know what's going on there. There's a business scrub by that flower. I'm not even going to initiate him. Or rather, prompt him to come down because it's annoying. Basically, every single time you return to the first day. Oh look, it's, what's his name again? How have I forgotten his name? It starts with K. Anyway, he's running around with the mask, the fox mask. But anyway, every single time you return to the first day and you go near this flower, the frickin' business scrub comes down, and you have to wait for him to do his whole thing, where he comes down very, very slowly, goes into the flower, then comes out and then talks to you, and it's annoying. Tatl has something to say. What do you have to say? Hey, aren't you going to the Great Fairy Shrine near the North Gate? Whoa, look at the time, you don't even have 3 days left. Technically, that's true. We can waste as much time as we want here, because in actual fact, we want to get to the 3rd day. And, oh my god, this frickin' dog. I don't know if he's attacking me or what. But regardless. Can we... I don't think there's an owl statue here that we can interact with. We need to use the sword to interact with this thing. This is... He is following me, you fucking piece of shit. Now I'm probably going to have to get this business scrub to appear. Fortunately not. Anyway, so... This owl statue here is a very important thing. This is another amazing aspect to Majora's Mask that absolutely shits on Ocarina of Time. There is a warp system, and you can save at those statues, and you can also warp at them. Well, you don't go to the statue itself to warp to the statue. I believe that you play a song, it's called the Song of Soaring, and you can select all of the owl statues that you have actually found on your travels, and you can just go to them right then and there. It's really great. I don't remember where or how we learn the Song of Soaring, but at this stage we can't really play the Ocarina of Time. We don't have it. If we look at our inventory, god, that comes up really freaking fast. Look, look how fast this moves compared to Ocarina of Time. Anyway, so we have a masks screen. We do not have any masks at this stage, and we've only got Deku nuts. We've got nothing else. So this map here, this will, I believe, stop being so foggy once we have discovered new locations. But yeah, we will have owl statues on that map as well, just to sort of show where we can warp to. But anyway, no, this dog needs to fuck off. Now, I do know roughly where we need to go to get to the Great Fairy, but I just want to explore this place. I haven't been around here in a long time. Laundry pool, I remember this place. So we may as well collect this stray fairy. One thing to mention is that I do plan to do 100% of this game. Now what that means is that that's going to take a long time and a lot of effort. And the reason why I decided to do 100% is because I plan to get the Great Fairy Sword. And if you're going to get the Great Fairy Sword, you may as well just do 100%, because at that point you'll be getting every stray fairy from every dungeon. That's a lot of effort. So at that point, and I was probably going to do all of the side quests anyway, so I may as well get all the pieces of heart as well, you know, just do a 100% run of Majora's Mask. And the reason why I want to do that is because this is the first time that I'm playing it on the Nintendo 64, so I may as well get a 100% save on this cartridge, right? By the way, in my live continuation in part 2, I will show you guys the, well, not so much the cartridge, but I will show you everything else, because the cartridge is going to be in the Nintendo 64, so I can't really show that. But of course I will be on screen, so you guys will be able to enjoy the showcasing of the game. Here we go. Please hear my plea, something or other. Please return, or rather find a way to return me to the fairy fountain in North Clocktown. I don't know if we're going to get all of those things in this location. I don't know how many of them there are. It's not related to getting the Great Fairy Sword, but I'm thinking that if we are going to the Great Fairy anyway, we may as well collect all of them. So, what am I targeting? Oh, it's a frog. Hello. Well, you continue being a frog with giant eyes. Now, there's a guy who usually sits here, but I guess he's not here at this time of day. Or rather, on the first day. You can see that the day is progressing really, really fast. We have two different songs that affect the flow of time. We have the Song of Double Time, and the song of, I can't remember the song that makes time move slower, but it's very important. When you have played the song of slowing down time, whatever that's called, that diamond-shaped thing that says first will turn blue. And I believe it's, or is that only to show that it's the first day? Maybe, I think it goes green, blue, red maybe, so maybe the second day is blue and then the third is red, something like that. So maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but regardless. It basically halves the speed at which that sun rotates around the diamond, and that's really important when you're playing this game. One of the reasons why people don't like this game is because they haven't given it enough of a chance. They haven't played it to the point where they can actually get the song of slowing down time, so they think that the days progress so freaking fast, and they feel like they're on this time limit. You are technically on a time limit in this game, but if you have the song of reduce the time speed, just to continue referring to it in the most horrendous ways possible, it's not a problem at all, because, again, time moves so slowly that you don't really notice it. And I can assure you that by the time you have done what you want to do, you'll probably want the day to progress forward anyway. So it's kind of funny in that way. And certain time-based events will move slower when you have the song of, you know, slow down the time, because basically certain events, or shall we say quests, do operate based on the time of day. So they will actually slow down when you have the time slowed down. So for example, you have a quest in the future where you have to, I believe, save this barn from aliens. It's, I guess, is it called Lon Lon Ranch here? I don't think so. It wouldn't make sense for it to be called Lon Lon Ranch. But anyway, the equivalent of Long Long Ranch in this game needs to be saved from aliens. And if you have the song of slowing down the time, again, how about we say the song of half time, or the song of, I don't know. But the point is, if you have that in effect, the aliens move slower towards the house, for example. So, yeah. Now, I don't know if there is another stray fairy around the place, but anyway. It's starting to turn to night because I've been crapping around. This guy here, we may want to talk to him. But first of all, I'm going to head for North Clocktown, wherever that may be. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I know where we need to go. Night of the first day, 60 hours remain. Well, that was very quick. Let's head through here. I think this is going to take us to where we want to go. Sort of like an... oh, never mind, this is South Clocktown. We want to go this way. It's been a while since I've made my way through these areas, I have to be quite honest with you. And then I think from here we just need to... yeah. These creepy girls doing their dance. Well, they're not that creepy. It's the dance that's creepy. Look at this business. I mean, maybe it gets you going. It does not get me going. But anyway. I believe... no, not that way. That guard's going to lose his mind otherwise. But yeah, keeping in mind we do pretty much want to get to the third day anyway, so we have plenty of time to do whatever we want here. It's not really a concern. Okay, so... damn it, I've made my way back here. That's not where I wanted to go. Let's try that again. So we're in West Clocktown. Stop this. Yeah. Shut up. I remember the astronomer and the moon tier. I have to say, it's been so long since I've properly played this game. How the hell do I... so I think if I go from south and then go straight north, maybe that'll get me to where I want to be. Is that right? So it should be up here? Yeah, here we go. This is where we want to be. Excelente. This is North Clocktown. There's a weird balloon, and I don't know if we can actually pop this thing yet. I think we do need a magic bar before we can do that. So if we look forward and hold B, I think. No. Never mind. So I think once we get a magic bar, we will have a ranged ability with Deku Link. And then with that ability, we will be able to pop that balloon and achieve something. I don't know, maybe get a piece of heart. Anyway, let's go and talk to the Great Fairy. She may have some wisdom to give us. We will be returning a stray fairy here. Oh, I believe that that's actually a requirement to get the Great Fairy to appear. Now that we've actually picked up this Great Fairy, or rather this stray fairy, the Great Fairy will be able to materialize. So I'm glad that I went and did that. Much like the Ocarina of Time Great Fairies, she actually screams when she laughs. No idea what's so funny, but whatever. Tatl and you, young one, are... what? Tatl and you, young one of the altered shape. Right. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I thought that masked child was helping me, and I grew careless. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Please accept it. Well, thanks. Just when I was wondering when I would actually get a magic bar. Now we'll be able to pop that balloon. Pretty tiny magic bar to start with, but that's alright. Link is having some problems, that's alright. It's his first big night out. With the drugs. And now you feel empowered. With your magic. Yes, yes, you have been granted magic power. In your current form, press B to shoot bubble blasts. Press and hold B to blow a big bubble. I do think we need to look forward before doing that, but we'll see. Your magic power decreases when you shoot. Replenish it with magic jars and potions. The man who lives in the observatory outside of town may know of the Skull Kid's whereabouts, but be careful. You must not underestimate that child's powers, kind young one. So the idea is that the observatory is outside of town, but we can't leave town. So we need to get to it through an underground area. And that is found, or rather we get to that underground area through, I think they're called the, it's like the, something to do with bomb. It's not like the bomb squad or anything like that, but they're these kids, right? And they have a name, and we basically have to play along with them. I think we have to find them all. It's similar to the killer bees of Wind Waker. And once we find them all, they give us a secret code, and then we can get in there, and something like that. That's my vague memory of it. You must not underestimate that child's powers, kind young one. If ever you are returned to your former shape, come see me. I shall give you more help. Well, thanks for that. Ah ha 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 ha. Link is rightfully surprised. And no fairies are appearing, that's alright. I don't have a bottle to put them in anyway. So we are pretty much at the point where I want to stop this Let's Play, I think. Well, this video, sorry, not this Let's Play. Yeah, Let's Play over, guys. Sorry, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. No. We are actually able to, I think, yeah, if we just hold B from this point, we are able to destroy this thing. Bang. That was quite extreme for my Nintendo 64. Hello. Are you the one who just popped that up there? Not bad for a Deku scrub. I was right, they're called the Bombers. I didn't know what they were called. I thought it was the Bomb something or other, but it's just the Bombers. Have a hideout that leads to the observatory outside of town. Well, how absolutely convenient. You need a code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is. But don't think you're getting it that easy, or rather that easily. I can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? Alright, line up, guys. Okay, I really wanted to do this when I was next recording, but whatever. I'll see if I can save, and then hopefully I'll be able to get back to this. If you can find all five of us by tomorrow morning, I'll teach you the code. Are you ready? No? Yeah, that kid's got a mental disorder. By tomorrow morning. Okay, now let's... How do we save? Jesus. Are we not able to save? Holy shit. Guys, what if we can't save? This is terrible. What if I actually have to try and do all of this? Okay, I think I understand what's going on. I don't think we are able to save the game right now. I'm going to actually double check, one moment. And I am back. I had actually completely forgotten how this game works. We can only save either through owl statues or by playing the Song of Time. We need to do a few things before getting the Song of Time. We need to go find these little pricks. So, yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to be doing 2 videos. You are a creep. What a creepy guy. You are such a freak. I'm sorry, like I've never been so concerned by that guy before. But looking at him now, my god. What a creepy individual. You are so mine. You are 910% mine. Once I can get to you, that is. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you caught me. Now there are only 4 left. I think they are... This is one of them. Here we go. So 2 of them must be here, and then I think the rest are somewhere else. But yeah, long story short, guys, I'm going to have to split this into another part. So maybe I'll actually say goodbye now, and I'll see you guys in part 2. Bye-bye.